Okay, so I think this is the fourth video in a short series of basic Python videos. This one I'm going to look at selection. Now, what selection is a way for a computer to make a decision. Um, they're basic decisions. It's not complicated decisions like even something actually relatively simple for you and I, like what's your favorite color. A computer is going to have difficulty with, but a more closed sort of question, like is your favorite color yellow? It can totally handle that. So the way we set up a program like that is we start with variable. Okay, so that variable might be, let's do color. Okay, might be color. We'll spell it properly. And I could ask a question like, is your fave or it color blue? Okay, and then where the selection comes in is we can say we can test the outcome of that question. So we can say if color equals yes, then print or output mine too. Okay. Otherwise or else print that's a shame, mine is blue, or something like that. Okay. Now when we run the program, it will ask me the question, is your favorite color blue? I'm going to say no. And it says, that's a shame, mine is blue. Okay. And to make sure that it actually works properly, I can run the program. And I can say, is your favorite color blue? I could agree with it. That's a shame, mine is blue. Ah, there's a problem. This is all lowercase and I typed it properly with a capital Y. Now there are solutions to this. There are complicated solutions and there are simple solutions. I'm not going to get into them right now, but we can prove that it does work by saying yes, lowercase, mine too. Okay, so the concept works. It's the application that's got a bit of a fault, but it is quite a detailed thing to fix that problem. So we're going to leave it for now. Okay. Now, what we could do is we could follow this question up with an alternate one. So, color equals input, is your favorite color blue? If color equals yes, then you can say print mine too. Else, well, instead of saying that's a shame, maybe we could ask a second question. Now, at this point in the program, we could reuse that variable. Within this program, I know I'm not going to need the outcome of that particular question again. If you did need the outcome, you couldn't use the same variable. Reason being, this variable is going to overwrite that variable. But in the interest of keeping things tidy, I'm going to stick with this. And I could say input. Okay, well, let me guess your favorite. Oh, come on. Color is yellow. And we test it the same way. If color equals yes, colon, print. Ha! I knew it. Else, print. Darn it. Okay. Now we could go on actually like this. We could go on adding more and more clauses, and what they're called is nested clauses. Is one selection statement hidden inside of another, and the way that we know that it is actually in there is because of this indentation. Okay. Some programming languages are very flexible about their indentation. You'll hear it called white space. Okay. Python isn't. There's a lot of things about Python which are very lax, very, very easy to deal with, and other programming languages have got difficulties with that. The syntax, the structure of Python is fairly straightforward. You can use words which you're familiar with. These are English words. That's an easy thing about it. But the spaces are really important. Okay, and it becomes firstly apparent when you start to do if statements or selection. Now, my number one tip, okay, is let Python do the work for you as much as you can. Okay, and by that what I mean is, here for example, when I wanted to put that in, when I wanted to say mine too, I didn't come to the end of this line, press enter and go, oh, what's going on, press backspace and shunt it all over to the left. I let Python do it for me. I let it put it in the right place so that I could put that print statement in and I could be confident that it was in the right place. Okay. There is a downside here. If I press enter here, I know that I want this else to line up with that if. It's something that I know, but they're also on the same level. They're testing opposite ends of the same question. So you do have to apply a little bit of knowledge in order to put that in the right place. Okay, but then again, when I got to this point, I pressed enter, it indented it for me, and I've allowed Python to do as much of the work for me as I possibly can. I hope that has given you a reasonable insight into how to ask a question and how to test the outcome of that question in Python. Hopefully you also saw there's a few pitfalls. Okay, we can only test specific things, so I'm literally testing for those 3 letters. Python isn't smart enough to read the word yes. It is just testing to see if the answer matches that. And if it doesn't, it's going to do something that you might not expect. Okay, like it did just here. But otherwise, I hope it was a reasonable insight. I hope that you'll find it helpful answering the questions in the book. Thank you very much for watching.